Look how mangled this is. Welcome back, I'm Tedward, and welcome to the perfect spring day to take the Civic Type R on an adventure. We're gonna go find a fighter jet crash site in central Massachusetts. I've never been there, and I figured this is the perfect opportunity to start using this car the way it was intended, because although it is efficient and lovely and ergonomic and easy to use, it shouldn't just be my daily commuter. In fact, that's kind of why I bought the Lexus, so I could take some of the boring miles away from that, so this could just be a fun track toy on occasion and weekend getaway car. And that's exactly what we're doing today. So we're gonna go find as many back roads as possible, because sometimes I get in the mode of just arriving as quickly as possible, and whatever Waze tells me to do, I do. We're not doing that today. We're gonna go enjoy the car for what it's made for, which means exploration. And we're really not on any time schedule today. So let's get in and go for a drive and find a crashed jet. Now, the crashed jet that we're going to be looking at today is a Lockheed F-94 Starfire. The lore goes that in April 1955, this pilot was on a training mission from, I think, Barnes, which is an Air Force base in Massachusetts, goes up, encounters some nasty weather, it's snowing, has to ditch the jet, manages to get out. So this is a fun event, because we're not going to look at a crash site where someone died, we're going to look at a crash site where someone survived. He ejected. The FAA doesn't allow you to move anything, so all of the pieces of this jet are still where they were in 1955. So let's get the Honda started. First things first though, one thing that I've been meaning to do is the Apple CarPlay on this car. It's abysmal, and there is a trick to helping it out, because what happens is if you're using Waze on Apple CarPlay, it just gets jumbled, it gets confused. Anything that requires a lot of RAM just goes to absolute crap. And there is a way, in order to disable the navigation system in the car. So I think we have to go here, detail information, app manager. This opens sort of like this back door situation, and then we can go ahead down and find the navigation system. Where are you? Is it maps? No, navigation? I think it's navigation, but let's just double check. Yeah, it's got to be that. Disable. Disable app. All right, I think that'll do it. Plus R mode is so stiff, the car just bounces. The nice thing about the Honda though, even on some relatively slow roads, it is still rewarding and entertaining. It does have 265 section tires though, so you've got to keep in mind that the level of grip that you can achieve is pretty outrageous. You're always just going to catch traffic, and that's part of it. You know, we can't look at that as the enemy. You can't just get frustrated by that, because then you're just not going to have fun driving. You've got to accept, oh boy, this is more of a life lesson, but accepting the obstacles around you is maybe sometimes more important than actually going for it. And you know what? Maybe that obstacle came at the right time. Oof, this is not a good piece of road. Maybe slowing me down was for the better, and I don't have to go make a claim on a broken wheel. Something I'm realizing I haven't done yet, I haven't set up my individual setting, and I like the plus R mode because I love this dashboard, but the steering weight and the suspension are just way too heavy and stiff. It's just not conducive for actual roads. Maybe we'll pull over in a minute and set that up. What's this place? This seems like a safe place to pull off. Camp Putnam. Can't wait for summer. Okay, well, we're not going to camp, but I think this is probably an all right place to pull off. And maybe we'll go ahead of where the sticks are falling out of the trees so we don't trash the car. All right, let's check this out. Let's go to vehicle settings. So annoying that you have to do that with the parking brake up. Driver assist, individual settings, engine, plus R, yes. Steering. Sport is fine. Suspension, comfort. Engine sound, comfort, good. We'll dial out that silly stuff. Rev match, sport, we like a fast rev match. And gauge, plus R. All right, so maybe this is pretty much exactly what I already wanted. So then let's go individual to customize. Yeah, I got you. Cool. We're in. So we need to dial out that upshift sound. I think that's the next step, but now we're out in the boonies. It's 60 degrees, the weather's changing, spring is happening, but it's not this instant switch going from like winter seasonal depression to, oh, it's beautiful out, it's wonderful. There's always like these false starts in New England where it's not quite spring, where suddenly it's 70 degrees, but then the next couple of days it snows. You know, that does happen here. We never trust it. It's very frustrating. Oh. This diff is just magical. Look at this. This is beautiful. Cool corner, lots of camber. We like that. Oh, man. This is doing it for me. This is really doing it for me. So you got to keep it in comfort mode. A little bit of a bumpy road. Just love how darty the front of the car is. It's amazing. What a cool road. When we don't know what's ahead, just shut her down. What a glorious place, though. Oh, it feels so good to use this car the way it was intended, the way I intended to use it. And these brakes are so good. I'm going to upgrade these pads and possibly the rotors, because I want to use this on track and I don't want to just cook these. What a cool little road. So I didn't tell you where we were coming other than the crash site, but welcome to the Quin Reservoir. The Quin Reservoir is where all the water for the city of Boston comes from. So they basically flooded 4 towns in the late 1930s to create this reservoir. This is the Swift River Valley, and they built these dams and then allowed those rivers to just start pouring water into this valley. And a nerdy fact, this reservoir contains 400 billion gallons of water. So the towns that are no longer here because they are literally underwater are the city of Dana, Prescott, Greenwich, not Greenwich, Greenwich, and Enfield. These towns ceased to exist in 1938, but one of the weirdest things is that there were cemeteries. They had to exhume 7,000 graves, and they did. And in order to get the water from here to Boston, they built these crazy aqueducts underground. So we think of one of the biggest construction projects in the world as being the Big Dig, where they built a highway under Boston Harbor to get to the airport and all this stuff. But in the 1930s, one of the biggest projects that had ever been done was here to get water from here 70 miles east to Boston. Enough nerdy reservoir facts. Let's go see if we can find this crash site. If you hate doing cardio or running especially, people really do have an aversion to running. And if you want to get into it but you hate it, like it's something that you just genuinely dislike, my recommendation is to go places that are a little unfamiliar. Because the same way, you know, when you're on vacation, you go to a new city and you get back to the hotel room, you're a little tired and you look at like your step count and you're like, dude, we've walked like 25,000 steps today. You don't even notice it because you're walking and looking and observing a new place. Whereas like if you're in your basement or at the gym running on a treadmill, all you're doing is staring at the timer. That's miserable. That's miserable for a runner. Turning around, I think there's one turn I'm supposed to make and I missed it. So anyway, I did not anticipate not having any cell service out here, but luckily my little trusty Garmin watch helped me out. This has got to be it. There's no sign. There's a post and a trail. And it's the only trail that I see that's kind of like cleared out here. So let's try this. Is that it? Is this it? All right, let's see. I think this might be it. Come on, baby. Show me an airplane. Oh my God, we found it. This is it. What a weird thing to just find a plane crash in the middle of the woods. Wow. Now it's illegal to touch anything or move anything, but this is a friggin' jet in the middle of the woods. Wow. I mean, this has been here since 1955 and like seemingly in crazy shape. Like there's just actual pieces of a jet here. The F94, look how shiny this is. Like all the aluminum stuff is in such great shape. Oh, look, like an aileron or something. These are control surfaces. All cable driven control surfaces. Look at that. I don't know anything about the F94. I'm learning about it through these pieces. Looks like another wing or tail section, wing section. That looks like an aileron. Wow, look how mangled this is. I mean, geez, you can imagine the heat. I feel like I've accomplished something. I'm gonna go finish my run, get back to the car, and enjoy some little back roads on the way home. Maybe get myself a little treat. Thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget to respect the drive. And get outside, do some things, and do it alone. Don't wait for people to do stuff with you. My friends would have come with me, but they're busy this weekend. They've got stuff to do. So, I'm not just gonna sit around. You got to get out of the house, and getting out is the hardest part. That's like literally once you overcome that, the rest of it's easy. And we're back. 50 minutes of running, 5.5 miles, and a crash jet. Don't forget to respect the drive, and I'll see you in the next one. I feel like Indiana Jones minus the skills, knowledge, and bravery, but I've retained the fear of snakes.